Everybody knows the fighter, but very few know the man behind the monster. This man didn't just train a champion, he helped build an era. From the gyms of Omaha to the bright lights of undisputed greatness, he stood in the corner through every doubt, every war, every moment the world counted both of them out. Today, this ain't just about Terence Crawford. This is about the man who molded the mindset, the man who saw it before the world believed it, the teacher, the strategist, the one they call BoMac. But I'm going to need y'all to welcome Mr. Brian McIntyre to the front page, baby. He's
Appreciate
here.
it.
We got the homie here, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
that was
yeah.
an intro, man. I
I
had
hear
to
you,
give
man.
it to you, bro.
Anything, baby.
Man, what's cracking, man?
Man, nothing, man. Just come down and support you, man.
Man, I
You and your
appreciate
fans,
that,
bro.
man. Hey, man, I appreciate that, bro,
Yeah.
because everybody is a fan of you. Everybody is a fan of Bud Crawford, but this interview is more so about you than Bud. I know there's no one without the other, but I would like to shed light on what you brought to the sport. So first of all, how did you even fall in love with boxing, man, and when did it bite you?
Man, I fell in love with boxing, man, from my brother, man, way back in 1978.
Okay.
My brother used to come home late every night, and my mom used to get in his ass. Like, where you been? Why you come home late? My brother's like, I was at boxing practice. And some of the kids at my school was in boxing there. I see them with their jackets on.
Okay.
So I was intrigued. And my brother, me and my brother stayed up half of the night talking about boxing. The gym, it was down the street. And so when I got my chance, I went down the street, and I've been hooked ever since.
Been hooked ever since.
47, 48 years ago.
Man, I can dig it, bro. I can dig it. Now, people will say you built Bud Crawford, right? But I want to know who built BoMac to be the beast you was to make him a beast.
Man, just the gym I came up in, man. We had a shitload of fighters, man. CW Boxing Club in Omaha.
C-Dub, shout out.
One of the only black gyms in Omaha. And it was, man, 60, 70 kids in that gym. And just the camaraderie that we had every day, Monday through Friday, some Saturdays.
For sure.
Throughout the years and years and years and years, man, that's who built me. You know, my neighborhood, my city, you know, all the guys that came through the gym, the trainers,
Yeah.
Carl Washington, definitely, that's what CW stand for, Carl Washington.
Okay.
Definitely, that's who built my integrity for boxing.
Okay. Man, that's all right, man. CW, huh? That's
CW.
out there in Omaha.
That's out there in Omaha.
Still running, up and running. Still
Still
housing
running.
some of the best youngsters.
Man, yes. I don't know about the
Man.
best amateur youngster now, because my gym is open.
Okay,
the
for
B&B,
sure, for
B&B.
sure,
So
for sure.
you know we but that's just that. You look at CW, you look at B&B, you look at B&B, you look at CW.
For sure.
You know, we just a chip off of their gym. That's it. That's what we are.
Man, I can dig that, bro. I got another one for you. It's kind of about you and it's about life. You know what I'm saying? What's a moment in your life that you don't talk about, but that made you are the man you are today?
Oh man, just the ass whoopings. The ass whoopings.
The ass
The
whooping?
ass whoopings in the gym, man. Coming up in the gym, man, in the late 70s, the early 80s, the 90s. When the 90s, I started getting really good.
For sure.
You know, as an amateur, as a boxer, I started understanding boxing more. But from 78 to, I think it was, I don't know, 87, 88, we got a different trainer in the gym. I started understanding the philosophy about boxing.
For sure.
I started to grasp it on to like playing chess. That's, you know, we had different trainers, but this particular trainer came to the gym, and what he did was he sat me and my little brother down, Wallace Harper, shout out to you, young fella.
Yes, sir.
He sat us down and gave us the philosophy about boxing. Why you throw the right hand, why you throw the jab, why you stepping this way, why you do this, why you eat this much, why you do this, why you run. He broke it down to us, and then once I started understanding it more, then I started loving it more and started taking it a little bit more serious and start whooping ass instead of getting my ass whooped.
It's because you fought professionally for a minute,
Yeah,
right?
I fought professional.
What was your record?
I was 14-7.
14 and
Yeah,
7?
I started off pretty good. I started like 3 or 4-0, and then after that, man, that shit was just went downhill.
What you think happened, man? Knowing what you know
Drinking,
now, but
Drinking,
drink.
smoking, man.
Yeah,
getting
the
ladies
vices,
and shit.
the babies, the
Oh
vices.
yeah, all that shit played a part. But I just love the sport so much, I stayed in it. You know what I'm saying? I didn't give a fuck. I didn't give a fuck who I fought. As long as I got in there and just slang them things, man, that's what I wanted to do.
For sure. Man, hey, man, BoMac was 14-7, man. You know what I'm saying? That's the man right there, bro. We keep it real on the front page, man. He ain't gonna front, bro. Now, be honest. The first time you saw Terence, right, what did you see that everybody else just missed in him? I know everybody's seen the logo at the bottom of the screen on the front page. That's right, baby. Alky Water. Now, y'all can scan that QR code and make sure y'all test some of the crispness water out there, man. Tell them the front page sent you, and it's how we keep everybody freshly hydrated on the show, baby. Alky. What did you see in him that?
Just that rugged kid, man. He had that ruggedness about him, you know. Even though it was. So I see. Here's the thing with Terence. Me and his dad and me and his uncles, we all fought together for CW. So okay. I knew the family. Okay. His sisters and his mom, his aunties. We grew up together. We lived on the same block. We lived in the same neighborhood. Our neighborhood consists of 3 blocks. It was Larimore, Fowler, and Grand. You know, and the gym was on Larimore or Fowler Street, and in the basement of a house. So it was those 3 blocks. We hosted that little gym about twice as this studio.
Damn.
Hosted about 40 or 50 kids every night, and then it got to a point to where we was training outside. But that's where I met Bud's people. They call Michael McNeil. Okay. Terry Crawford is his dad. Mike McNeil is his uncle. Okay. Deborah Crawford is his mom.
Oh yeah.
And so even like when we work out, the girls and stuff would stand around outside while we all working out, running around the block, you know, just in the neighborhood. So that was the thing then. That was the thing. The boxing club. Let's go to the gym. Let's go to the boxing club. So that's how before I met Bud, that's how I met the family. And then when Bud came along years later, it was already in his blood. So when he finally got introduced to the gym at 7 years old, you already knew he had him.
You had him since 7?
7 years old.
Whoa.
So, but I knew him before he was born because his mom was pregnant and all that, you know. But when his time came, right, he walked in the gym. You already knew he was gonna be something different because that family is something different, you know.
Yeah. So you knew him since he was 7. So you can confirm because I seen his mom's right. She said a story on one interview. She was like, Bud was bad. I used to pay kids to come up and fight him in the neighborhood, and if you can fight him, I give you some money. And Bud, you can confirm that story.
Oh,
Bud was dusting off everybody his mama brought up.
Man, I'm telling you, man. You know how kids in the neighborhood running up and down the block in the alleyways, by the store. I still got the store over there, 3 or 4 alleys, everybody gathering here. He was just one of those kids, man. I did it, his uncle did it, his dad did it, his mom did it. So when his time came, he did it.
And he did it well,
he did
too.
It very well, very well.
Man, what's something about Bud that the cameras don't catch, man, that people might want to know?
He's a genuine good dude, man. He's a good dude. Bud is a good dude, man. He got a heart. You know, his grandma and his mom, he's raised up in the church. His uncle is the pastor. You know, if you look real close, man, sometimes you'll see that Bible with Bud.
Okay.
And he stays in his Bible, you know. He tried to live as much as by the Bible as he can, and he always thinks before he acts. Always. Any debate, major decision, or anything that got to do with a life-changing decision, he will go and ask for some advice from it. He'll get it from if he can't get it from nobody, he'll go to his Bible, man.
That's all right there. Terrence,
man, I can call Bud right now. Like, hey, man, you got your Bible? You been reading your Bible? I got it, Bo. I've been reading it.
Hey, shout out to Crawford, man. We got to get you on the front page one day when you ain't busy, brother. Man, that's dope, though. You hit him at any given moment, and he got the good book with him.
He got the good book with him.
Man, ain't nothing wrong with that, bro. I swear to God, man. Hey, shout out to Bud on that note, bro. So let me ask you. So you was with him during the amateurs. You was with him through all the sparring wars. You was with him through that first contract signing with Top Rank, man. What was the headache like knowing you training this killer, but they can't really get the fights you trying to get him, you know what I'm saying? And you know, but you still dealing with the killer and the business at the same time.
Excuse me, man. You know, it's to me because that was our first time, right? Our first time ever getting into the limelight like that with contracts and big promotional companies.
Yeah.
And, you know, so they put a fast one on us. You know what I'm saying? They you know, me being illiterate to the business end of it, and the guy that we did have, Cameron Duncan, he was like, "Oh, it's good, don't worry about it, it's good." It turned out to be good, and it actually turned out to be even better for us because of the fact that how everything played out. How, okay, he's on that side of the street, we on this side of the street, you know. Or why Bud didn't go with all those other guys that he came out the Olympics with? You know, why he didn't follow the leader over there? Because that's not him.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We're gonna go the way that we see fit.
Yeah, for sure.
But then when we got to a point to where okay, we didn't cleaned out 2 divisions. Where the rest of the guys? They over there.
Okay,
are they okay? All right. Well, we telling our promoter, make the deal to fight those guys over there. We don't got no problem. If you ever look at it, Bud always asked for those guys over there.
He did.
Always asked for them. And then it was always an excuse before the fight can get made. So, but.
Well, me being in the business a little bit, right, because I promoted a little bit, so I understood why he couldn't get those fights across the street. Now, just because of the business side, because, you know, Al Heyman, if, you know, Bud would have came through and did what he did while he was under Top Rank, then Al Heyman couldn't roll with Bud because he was with Top Rank. You feel me? And then vice versa. So I can understand why they ain't let the man fight. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
But that was back. Do you like that about nowadays, where you got to be on the right side of the street to make the right fight happen, or back in the day you just scrapped because both of y'all was hard?
Well, it's got its goods and it's got its bads.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? So the good part about it is you got somebody to fight wherever company that you at. The bad part about it is they got the best one in that weight class, or they got another champion in that weight class that you want to try to unify with or make undisputed with. That's where the problem comes in at, because they don't want to do business with each other. You know what I'm saying? It's supposed to be the interest of the fighter, not the interest of the fucking promoters.
All day long,
you know
for sure. Yes, sir.
If you the promoter and you figure you got the best fighter, fuck it, man. Let's go over there and make this fight happen.
Yeah, for sure.
Those guys wasn't doing that. You know what I'm saying?
They scared.
They wasn't doing that, so we had to do what we had to do.
Damn. I know this is a crazy question, man, but was there ever one, even though we know Bud undefeated and he always handled his business, was there ever a fight that y'all was in where you might go, damn, Bud, if you don't turn it up, we might lose this one?
Kavaliskis, the Mean Machine.
The Mean Machine. He did say Mean Machine hit hard as hell.
Flat
That's the one where he dropped, but he pushed him. He tripped.
Yeah,
It was a slip because it wasn't really from no punch. He slipped over his foot.
Yeah.
It was Mean Machine.
Mean Machine, that motherfucker just kept coming, and he wouldn't stop. And it's just like the first couple rounds, he just had Bud's number because he would punch before Bud and he would punch after Bud. He would time me in between. It's like, damn, dog, man, you need to pick it up.
Yeah. Because I watched the fight. Watched the fight, bro. I became a fan. I ain't gonna lie, I always keep it real on the front page. I became a fan of Terence, bro. I've always loved the sport, but you know, when you don't hit Coleman or that main card, you really don't see who's fighting. You know what I'm saying? But when I first laid eyes on Bud, he did Gamboa in. That was my coming out party for knowing who Bud was. We had a fight party at the homie house. I ain't even gonna lie. I knew who Gamboa was, and I was like, oh no, the brother looked like he could do something, but that's Gamboa though. You feel me? But bro, when he went out there and dog Gamboa, I was like, this little nigga the truth right here.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody gonna whoop it, because Gamboa was the dog back then.
Yeah.
He was the man. How you feel about reaching that level right there? You knew it was over for Gamboa.
Let me give you this funny ass story, dude.
Come on now, then.
This is funny as shit. I think we was like 12-0 or 11-0, something like that. Gamboa was the headline. We was fighting on the undercard. We did our first 8-rounder, and so Gamboa won, Bud won. So we sitting out in the audience. We like Bud, like man, let me. I want to meet Gamboa, man. I want to take a picture with him. We sitting around, and shit, man. Everybody clearing out. I said, man, let's go. No, man, I want to meet Gamboa. Man, fuck him. I said, you might fight that motherfucker one day, dude. Man, let's go, dude.
Yeah, for sure.
Man, I want to meet him. I said, dude, you might fight that motherfucker one day. Let's go.
Let's go.
All right, man. So he's steadily looking back at the door like they gonna open it up and say, come on in and take the picture. I said, every time I tell him, remember that day, dog? He's like, yeah, I remember that day, man.
Hey, man, I love the stories we hear on the front page, man. That shit is dope, man.
That was a crazy day.
He waited around for Gamboa.
Wait to come out.
And you was like, boy, come on. You going to whoop his ass later on in life.
Yeah.
Come on. Don't wait on this boy.
Yep.
I love that story,
that was in Atlantic City, man.
Wow.
Atlantic City.
I love that story, bro. Hey, Terrence, you see, he told you right, bro. You ended up putting hands on it because he had you waiting, man. Right. You feel me? Like you was just a groupie out there. Right. We don't play that about Bud, man. But
now what was the question? I'm sorry.
No. I was just saying, man, that story took me deep. Now I forgot the question, but I do have another follow-up question because I work quick on the front page. Now, when you building a killer, right, and you know this man hard, he listen to everything you tell him, he do everything to the T. And as you start to get 14-0, 15-0, 16-0, 17-0, sometimes 20-0, I know a fighter can start smelling their own shit. Like, hold on, man, you really can't tell me nothing. I'm in here working. Is there ever a time where you had to be like, Bud, I don't care what your record is, homie, you better go over there and do these workout right here. That's going to help you win. Did he ever jump out of line at any time because he was smelling the sauce?
No. See,
even though he's entitled because he put the work in.
Right.
You feel me? But you know how some fighters and trainers,
No, Bud never. I mean, we had our arguments and we had the pullbacks and everything. But one thing about me and Bud and the team, man, it was like it was on the job training, it was on the job learning.
OJT.
Yeah. So we didn't have a big trainer behind us or tried to show us which way to go. We had to figure it out every day, working out. How many rounds to do here? How many rounds to do there?
Wow.
How many weeks we out? We 6 weeks out. All right, let's do this much. Oh man, we doing too much. That's too soon. We shouldn't be doing this many rounds. All right, let's cut it back. Or get to this round. Get to this week in the camp and be like, oh, we need to pick it up. Oh no, we don't want to peak too fast. No. So that give and take throughout the years, man, it kept us humble. Mm-hmm. And more than anything, it kept him humble because we learned it together. And so whenever, if anything comes up, we can always go back and say, well, this is how we did it when we was at this level, or this is how we did it when we was at that level. Let me give you a good example.
For sure.
Just the other day, I don't know if you know a fighter I got by the name of Lester Martinez.
Is that the one came by the barbershop that one day too? When you first came?
No, I don't think he was in there.
Okay.
Lester Martinez, he just fought Billy. He fought Bud's undercard with Canelo. Okay, so I was talking to him. I said, "Yeah, man, matter of fact, I'm on the phone with these guys so we can schedule our next camp because he got a little tired. He was like, Bo, if anybody know how to do camp, it's us. We got that shit down to a T." It took years for him to say that. Years, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I can believe it.
But now we got it down to a T because of the ups and downs that we had going through the camp, and for him to even think about, or myself to him, I wouldn't even do that. Or he wouldn't even do it because, hey man, we built this shit together.
Man, and that's how it's supposed to go, bro. Yeah. When you both come out the mud together, you celebrate the blood together. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And that's a bar right there on the front page. You know what I'm saying? You come out the mud together, you share the blood together. You know what I'm saying? Nah, because that's dope, bro, because I love y'all relationship. And me now knowing that you had him since 7.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like I thought maybe it was like maybe 13, 14. No. Since 7. You still in grade school. You feel me? Yeah. So to see that relationship go for so long, because a lot of fighters, they switch trainers throughout their whole. Why do you think that is though? When they switch, you think the chemistry go wrong, or the fighter? You think the fighter
sometimes the fighter get beside themselves. You know what I'm saying? Figure they missing something.
Right.
But really in reality, man, if you got that, you listen to me, fighters.
Listen.
If you got that amateur trainer that got you to that amateur national title, he can get you to a world title too. You know what I'm saying? He need a chance just like you got a chance.
Man.
You know what I'm saying?
Y'all hear that, you amateur fighters? If the boy got you to be an amateur champion, he can get you to be a world champion. You just got to stay down like a bloodhound. You feel me?
For real.
Man, and when it's all said and done, right, Bo, how you want your name to be remembered, man, as a trainer in the sport when you through training?
I just loved it, man. I just love boxing. It's in my blood. I want people to look at me like I was one dedicated trainer.
Hell yeah.
I'm dedicated to, more than anything, I'm dedicated to the fighter.
To the fighter, yeah.
Because without the fighter, won't be no boxing.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? So
100%.
you got to take care of the boxer. You got to take care of the fighter. You got to nurse him just like a baby. You got to nurse him, man. You know what I'm saying? And they look at you for the guidance. You know, they got the manager and shit, and they got the promoter, but you the one with the fighter every single day.
Mm-hmm.
You the one putting in the work with him every single day. You know his ups, you know his downs, you know his wants, you know his needs. It's you the trainer. That's your baby, man. You know what I'm saying? And not only is he looking at you, his family looking at you too. You gonna take care of my baby? The mom, the dad, you know, the brother, man.
Yeah.
You got my little brother. I got him, man. Just relax. I want the world to look at me as like, not only was he a trainer for boxing, he was a father figure. He was an uncle. You know what I'm saying? He was a big brother. You know, he was a leader. He was a spiritual leader, man. Mentally, this dude he got us to the next level.
Yes, sir.
That's how I want him to look at me.
Man, and they will too, bro, because the man trains the baddest man on the planet, man, for sure. My next question, I got to know, how was you when y'all got that Spence phone call? Like, y'all got the fight. Did you know it was over?
It was over before.
It was. You said you knew it was over? Because I knew y'all was going to win, but the way it happened, though. You feel me? That kind of made like, damn. I mean, I no doubt at all. I knew Bud would win the fight.
Right.
But in the fashion that he did it in, I thought like, damn. You feel me? Like, I know that feeling, man, put y'all. Sky was the limit after that, man.
I mean, the whole thing there's never nothing guaranteed until you step in the ring.
For sure.
So, you know, we went through that with Manny Pacquiao. You know, trying to get the fight or thought we was going to get the fight. So, but the Spence thing, it went on for a while, it lingered.
Mm-hmm.
And we going to get the fight. They're going to do it this day, then that fall off. Another year go by, then this, then that. And then, you know, brought different guys in, different people in to help out to try to get us to that level where, okay, we got that fight locked in. Once the fight got locked in, I'm already knew we was going to win.
You already knew.
You know, I knew it before when they started talking about it. When Bud went to 47, because that was a whole mission.
Yeah.
That was a whole mission when he first got that first belt from Jeff Horn. Okay, we're gonna be undisputed at 47.
That fight was here too, right?
Yeah.
I was at that fight. I
Yeah.
was at that Jeff Horn fight.
So once we said that, once we got that title, and then we started getting more and more title, the end goal was, okay, whoever it was, that was it. And he had so happened to got those 3 titles over there. Man, it was a wrap after that, dog.
Man. Now, do you think it'll ever be any other fighter that'll do what he did? Go 4 weight classes and claim all the belts in every class?
It might.
Because he's the only one that done it in history, right?
You can't never say never. But right now, I can't see nobody doing it right now. You know what I'm saying? But we hope. That's what we want as boxing fans. Because if you see a guy like that come in the sport and gain different statuses like that, I mean, he's very dominant. You know, that's once in a lifetime generational fighter right there.
Oh, hell yeah, he is.
You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah, he is. Because I don't know, because Pacquiao went 8 divisions, but he ain't unified.
Yeah.
Floyd went up a lot of divisions, but he ain't unified. This brother
he
unified every.
No, they unified, but just never become undisputed.
Right. Okay.
Undisputed is all the belts.
That's
and
what I
the
meant.
ring.
All the belts, yeah,
You know
and
what
the
I'm saying?
ring.
So, but
And he cleared out every division. It's like, man, what did you instead? What's some secret you could tell these people out here, man, that push? But did you feed them gunpowder?
no,
I mean,
man, it's just the hunger that he has as a person. You know, he's just a very competitive person. You know, and then just the will to win. You know, and I remember, you know, when we lost in the trials, and I was mad, crying and shit. He was like, "What you crying for, dog? Shit, I don't give a damn about no Olympics. I want to be a world champion.
Yeah, for sure.
I want to go to the Olympics."
That was you trying.
That
to
was
go.
me. I wanted to be the first one in Omaha got an Olympic fighter. You know what I'm saying? A guy on the Olympic team. We got some guys close, but we never got no guy actually got on the team. And he was good enough to get on the team, but he got blackballed, man.
Blackball.
Yeah.
Man, they do that to fighters who they know they gonna whoop their guy's ass.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
They try to blackball the real ones, man, all day long. Now that Canelo call, right? Did you know you ain't even had to watch no tape on Canelo when y'all got that call?
No, I watched it. I watched him real good. I've been watching Canelo for years.
Yeah, for sure.
For years and years and
Because
years.
he's a hell of a fighter.
Damn good fucking
Hell of a fighter.
Damn good fighter. But you as a trainer, you must know what type of fighter that you have.
For sure.
You know, you got to be able to know that my fighter can be able to adapt to that style. You know what I'm saying? Not just only that style, but any other style that may come in the ring.
Man, yeah.
And you as a trainer you have to adapt to it too. You and your team and the nutritionist and the fucking guy who's carrying the bag. everybody needs to adapt to that style in order to get that win. Because, you know, granted he out there banging, it starts in the goddamn gym.
It do start in the gym.
You know what I'm saying?
That thing starting in the gym. How did y'all get him so lethal with both hands though, bro? Like, cause he goes southpaw, like he was born to fight southpaw.
Right.
You feel me? Like, what type of? That's hard, bro. How you instill that?
He had broke his hand or something, messed up his hand, got into a fight at school, but he didn't want to get out the gym, so he came to the gym and just started working that jab with that right hand, and then I think it was 12, 13 or something like that, and then he just stayed to that side sometimes, and then go back and forth, and it's just like walking.
Man, cause he switched like I'll be like, he went southpaw, he about to give old boy some problems. Now, he done went back orthodox, he about to give old boy. Yeah. Do y'all tell him, all right, this round go southpaw, all right, this round go orthodox? Or
sometimes early in the career we did, but I noticed though you gotta be able to let him do it, because you tell him to switch southpaw, he'll go southpaw or go back orthodox and get popped upside the head. You be like, God damn it, I done fucked up. Shut up, man. Just shut up sometimes. Let the kid fight. You know what I'm saying?
Sure. I can dig
so after a while, just he got to feel it. You know, he got to be able to see it. You know, we might see it, but he might not see it. You know, so like he always tell me, like, man, Bo, I ain't gonna do that in the ring. So I said, well, let's still at least work on it. So just in case we might have to use it at a point in time in a fight. He's like, all right, we'll work on it, but I don't think I'm gonna have to use that. But let's work on it.
Yeah,
you know,
sure.
So that's how I look at it. Man.
So what round you knew Bud had it in the bag? Before the bell rang?
Yeah, pretty much.
Pretty much before the bell
man.
rang.
Pretty much.
Because I've been a Canelo fan, right, ever since Floyd whooped him, right? That's when I found out about Canelo, right? I knew about him a little bit, but really got to watch him and then follow his whole career after Floyd beat him, right? I did that. So when the fight was first announced, I kind of scratched my head. Like, because I'm a Bud fan, but I kind of scratched my head. Like, I don't know, that's Nello. That boy big. Man, I don't know. But then I seen an interview, right? And then Bud was like, nah, no rehydration clause. I don't care if he come in the ring 200 pounds.
Right.
And when I seen that nigga say that, I said, yeah, he gonna whoop Canelo ass.
Yeah.
I said, yeah, he gonna whoop Canelo ass. He don't care how much, because you got Tank worried about how much Ryan Garcia gonna hydrate up to and putting the claws in there, and other fighters do it. But what made y'all not afraid of that weight? Just the skill set y'all knew he had?
No, we spar bigger guys in the gym. You know, fight bigger guys all the time. Bud is really a big dude, but me as a trainer, I try to melt the guys down much as possible. If I can melt you down, you take advantage of that weight.
For sure.
As long as we got the right people to rehydrate us back, we'll be all right. You know what I'm saying? It can get to a point now, okay, Bo, you can't melt him down to 35 no more. Let him move up, let his body grow. But you look back on it, we won titles at 35. We took advantage of the weight. We got paid at that weight, and now it's time to move up. That's a feather in the hat. You know what I'm saying? You challenge yourself. You know, as a trainer, I challenge the fighter. As a fighter, you challenge yourself. Yeah. You know you can do it. You go back and look on it. Oh man, shit, I did that shit. Yeah. No, but the years be like, oh man, I got to move up. Ah, man, I got to move up. You eat right. You get your proper rest. You get your proper training. Your body's naturally just gonna naturally walk around the weight that you naturally at. Before you even start the weight cut, you already got 10 to 15 pounds of water in you that you can cut that fight week. Now, if you doing everything right, You ain't got to be in camp trying to lose weight. You being in camp to improve your skills. Then when it's time to come to weight loss, all you're doing is getting the water off your body.
That's it.
That's it.
Man, that take a hell of a lot of discipline too,
Yeah,
man.
oh,
You
yeah,
say
of
you
course.
gotta have that. Bud got that motherfucking instinct, boy. He
Yeah.
just that killer mode in him, man.
Oh,
He
yeah.
don't change.
Oh, yeah.
And BoMac, man, helped build that boy. You know what I'm saying? Right here on the front page. We talked enough about Bud, man. But one thing I gotta know, who you got coming up next in the stable, man?
Man, we got to.
Tell these people who
got
you
a
got
bunch of
coming up, man. You got a boy fighting in Dubai coming up soon too, right?
No, we
Where
got
was
we
he
got a
at?
kid. We got 2 kids. Matter of fact, we got silver medalist Richard Torres, a heavyweight. He's about to fight for the title eliminator against Frank Sanchez, which is a bad boy.
Okay. Yeah, I heard of him.
Out of Cuba. Now, that's going to be a tough fight. Then we got Jamar Talley. Jamar Talley is a former. I think he won the Nationals a couple of times. You know, he's like 7-0 right now. Pretty good kid out of Jersey. Then we got we got a shitload of kids. We got Tiger Johnson. He was Olympian. He's about to fight July 4th. Lester Martinez, he just won his WBC 168-pound title.
Congrats, Lester.
He just won that a couple weeks ago. He about to defend his title. We got Charles Harris. He's about to fight this weekend.
Okay.
Man, we got a lot
You
of kids.
deep out here.
Deep,
Huh?
man.
I mean, when you train Bud, everybody, how the fighters knocking down your door? I know you.
Man, they at the airport.
They
just
on
waiting.
Instagram. They everywhere
Yeah,
trying to reach
they at
out
the
to you,
airport
man.
waiting, man, with their bags.
What
man.
does it take for BoMac to go, okay, bro, I'll work with you? What does a fighter have to show you before you give him your time? Even though, what if he ain't got no accolades, no nothing, he just got a heart? Do you still gonna take a look at him?
I take a look at all fighters, man.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Because a good trainer, with me, I look at a fighter like, okay, I'm gonna challenge myself. I'm gonna see if I can make him a champion. You know what I'm saying? As long as he got it, he got the will and got determination, and the push and the drive and the killer instinct. Come on, man, let's go see what we can do with this.
Let's go see what we can do.
You know?
Hell yeah.
If we can't get no title, let's just make you and your family some money.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, for real.
Yeah. Man, that money be hard to come by in the sport, man. How you know when y'all made it, man? When you know what I'm saying, all them nights fighting with Bud for them 6 and 8 rounders, and you finally hit that, oh, man, we might be all right, boy. We got 7 figures on this one. We might be all right. How long was that grind till y'all started seeing the fruits of the labor, man? Because everybody think boxing, you just walk in to making millions
the
of dollars.
Probably the Gamboa fight. Yeah, he started making a little extra change, you know what I'm saying?
That's
Guys
dope.
start quitting their job after that. You know?
Like,
I ain't had a job
now.
in 15 years, man. That is my job. You know what I'm
for
saying?
Sure.
Like,
I dig that, bro.
I remember one time, the time Bub was like, man, boy, you got to quit your job, dude. No, the fuck I ain't.
No, he told you quit?
No,
what year was this? He told you quit?
This is like right before Gamboa, man.
Okay.
I don't know. I ain't quit my, fuck that shit. No,
what was you doing before? I know you was always training, but
I'm a chef, man.
Okay.
I
did see on one of the episodes you was doing the cooking.
I went to school to be a chef, man.
Okay.
I've been cooking for years, man.
Well, you can help me on my oxtail game. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah. I love me some oxtails, man.
Hey, I've been dibble-dabbling cooking a little bit, man.
Yeah.
I love oxtails. You can help me out with my game. So you say around the time Gamboa, huh? That's
Gamboa,
what it
then he
was.
started making a little money. Then once you start winning titles and he started defending titles, you never make money winning a title when you start defending the titles because you get the lion's share of the pot. Then you start making money. And the more you keep winning titles, the more you keep winning and winning in that particular upper echelon, you'll start making a little money. You know, you start demanding shit.
Man.
You know, then you start, once you get to pay-per-view and you got good numbers, you got to be able to fight a good fighter.
Yeah,
you know,
for
like a Spence or Canelo.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You got to fight those guys in order to make some real money.
Anybody you wished you would have got before he retired?
Manny Pacquiao.
Manny.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he'd have dusted Manny off, too. That would have just been great for the legacy.
Yeah, that'd have been great.
What you think stopped that fight from happening?
Bob just said it the other day or a couple days back or something that he stopped it. He put it because he knew how that fight was going to come out.
He knew.
Yeah. You know how that fight was going to come out.
Hey, a promoter got to know his fighters, too.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
They got to hold on to their cash cow.
Yeah, the cash cow. That's what I'm saying. That was their cash cow.
You got to hold on
That was their
to 'em.
last cash cow, I think so.
But I think Bob get down like that because he wouldn't let Floyd fight De La Hoya when they was both under the same umbrella, or Cotto couldn't fight these people. He kept them all separate. You know what I'm saying?
He don't want to mess up that money.
Yeah, you can't mess up the bread.
Yeah.
Who is BoMac's favorite fighter, man? I know you've been watching boxing majority or damn near all your life.
When I was a kid, man, Marvis Hagler was my favorite fighter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Marvis Hagler.
But my all-time great is Bud, man, because he was my first world champion.
First world champion.
Yeah, and just the grind that we put into it. You know what I'm saying? And from that time until he walked out of the gym, it was a good grind. It was a life-changing experience for me.
Yeah.
And it's something that I wouldn't trade it in for the world. And now that I look back on it, and now that I work with these fighters, it's a cakewalk now. Because we already got the blueprint.
All the trial and error was with Bud.
We already got the blueprint for it.
But y'all did it right, though. I mean, nobody schooled you on running the camp, doing this, peaking too late, peaking too early, chefing, eating, when to run, when to sleep, nothing. Y'all just had to figure it out.
We had to figure it out, man.
Them make the hardest camps right there, bro, because y'all started in the bottom together.
Yeah, you damn right. But then after a while, it got easier.
For sure.
It got easier because, you know, your confidence in yourself. You put the confidence in yourself. You got the confidence in your fighter. You got confidence in your team. You got confidence in your nutrition. Everybody doing their job and staying in their lane. It gotta work.
It gotta work.
You know what I'm saying? Plus the fighter at the end of the day, it's the fighter's job to go in there and fight and get down and scrap. But it's our job to make sure he go in there 100%. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. When he go in there 100%, he got the confidence in his team. Man, they got me ready. You know what I'm saying?
Man, I got one question, bro, and then we can wrap it up. I know you're a busy man, but I got to know because these people always making comparisons out there on social media. You give me Bud right after he whooped Spence and give me Floyd in his prime. What type of game plan you busting down on Floyd Mayweather, man?
Keep him on the outside, man.
Keep him on the outside?
Keep him on the outside.
Easy win for Bud if you keep him on the outside?
Keep him on the outside and keep him at bay. Keep him at bay.
No, how do you? What you about the counter punches and his defense
stay with your jab and punch after him.
Stay with your jab and punch after him.
You know what I'm saying? Use your feints. You know, try to push him.
Try to push him. Make it ugly. Make it ugly.
Try to push him.
Man, and there's no way Terence is coming back. It's over.
He's done, man.
He's done.
He's done. I just was on the phone with him earlier, man. he over in England somewhere, man.
He done. It's over.
Yeah, he's
done with.
He's done. I wouldn't want him to come back either, man. Because man, he done put in so much, man. He did so much.
Yeah.
He's done so much for so many people, and to where, man, you don't need to do nothing else, man.
Yeah,
God already put you. He used you for what he needs to use you for. Now you got what you need, what he bless you with. Go enjoy it, man.
Hell yeah.
Go enjoy it. You know what I'm saying? Your life is not revolved around boxing no more.
Yeah, for sure.
Your life is revolved around your kids and your family, and you living your life.
Hell yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So
under that straight guidance, that BoMac been mentoring that boy, man, for a long time. I'm still shocked. 7 years old, man.
Yeah.
Some of y'all trainers need to get y'all shit together and listen to this brother, man, because he know how to keep a fighter on point from knee high to wee high. You feel me? And it goes down like that. You got any game you can give some of these trainers out here, man? Because they listening like, man, that's Bud Crawford trainer. What type of game can I get from him to help them with their fighters?
I'm going to tell the trainers like this, man. I've been all over the fucking world, dude. And it's only a few selected trainers that's dedicated to the sport. It ain't about you as a trainer. It's about the fighter. When you get that fighter to that level, you know the first thing they're going to do? They're going to look in the corner to who his trainer is. Mm-hmm. That's when you get your love, man. You know what I'm saying? You're going to get it. Just make sure you just put the work in.
For sure.
You know, let your fighter shine. Your fighter shine, and the light going to turn around and shine on you. And you're going to get so much work to you're going to be like, damn, man. Fuck,
now you got too much work. Huh? You got a suburban full of fighters. Now you got to
be dedicated. Be dedicated to the sport, man. Be dedicated to your craft,
man.
Just do it right, man. If you do it right, it's gonna be grateful. It's gonna be gratifying. Don't try to cut no corners, man. Because you cut corners, your fighter's gonna cut corners.
Yeah.
You lose when they lose, you lose. When you lose, they lose. I promise you, man.
Okay.
Stay humble. Stay humble. Don't let the money change you. Don't let fame, fortune change you. Fuck all that shit. Because guess what? All that shit could change in one day.
And one day, you right.
You know what I'm
But
saying?
that name and that integrity stay the same. So
Damn
you gotta
right.
you gotta stay down like a bloodhound, man. And we
Yeah.
got BoMac in the building, bruh. Thank you for coming
problem,
through to the
man.
front page, bro. I
Appreciate you,
mean
man.
that. Bruh's busy, but he took out some time to come grace the front page, man. And we totally indebted to this man. Next haircut on me, brother.
Appreciate
you
it,
that
man.
came through, man. I appreciate it. But
Yeah.
any words or shout outs you want to get anybody before we wrap
Man,
it up,
much
man?
love, man. I appreciate you, man, and staying on me. I told you I was gonna come.
He did.
I'm gonna support you, man.
did.
You ain't gotta give me no free hair because that's your job, man. You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate. I
That's what
just
you
want to
do.
show my appreciation.
That's what you do.
You
know
feel
what I'm
me?
saying? I'll never ask a man to empty his pockets for me.
For sure.
That's not another man. That's not a man to me.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying?
For
We can't.
sure.
Hey, you can't feed your family giving away shit.
You right. You right.
know
But
what I'm
then
saying?
this motherfucking BoMac though. You don't get to sit down with a trainer like this sometimes. So I gotta do what I gotta do. But this is the Front Page Podcast, man. I appreciate y'all for tuning in one time. I am your host, Mr. One Gotta Go Show. We got none other than BoMac, Mr. Brian McIntyre in the building, man. And it's going down. We see y'all next time. Peace and love to everybody.
Yeah.